Whoa, it's been years! So to reel us back in, we get an episode about Dat, or Dot. The first thing they do is get to the gym, but Larry's MIA. So unfortunately, it looks like Dot's gonna have to work up that courage all over again. Now from the distance, Quaxly hears a beat that his feet couldn't ignore. There's quite the eye-catching flamenco dance happening that gets him starstruck. I can't even blame him because this is so graceful. He goes to pay them some respect and catches the attention of the trainer. As irresistible as he is, she wants to see what he's made of. Quacker gets to show off, and this moment had me rocking along with them. It's such a fun way to set the tone for the upcoming match. Oricorio starts to serve him back, and the way it incorporates his fire is so magnificent. I just love all of this. This dance-off not only makes the crowd hype, but gives Dot some well-timed pride in her mon too. All she needed to calm the nerves was to get her body groovin'. So, if Larry isn't battling, he's eating, which makes it pretty easy for the kids to narrow down their search. Mr. Rectangular Retinas acknowledges the challenge, and it's here we find out the gym leaders also double as Elite Four members. Larry carries himself as such a business professional, it was almost hard to predict what his battle style would be. He comes across as such a no-nonsense guy, I really didn't expect many punches pulled. He goes with a Dunsparce, which fills me with spite. In return, Dot goes with Quaxly, and she starts his match off like ripping off a band-aid. She quickly takes the lead, but Larry manages to stop those swift movements. That's really Quaxly's strong point too, so it was worst case scenario for Dot. It also looks like she's not too big of a risk taker and recalculated better odds with Tink. A miscalculation. Though I also love that if Quaxly couldn't be on the field, he demands to be cheering on the sidelines. How Tink was going blow for blow with the gym leader's Pokemon, I am not sure. But I guess we can boil it down to it being an adrenaline rush, cause Smashy's time in the spotlight was short-lived. This was not a shining display for Tinka-Tink, but also just about how I imagined it would go. STARRRaptor then takes the field, giving us the second aerial match of the gym leaders. And if TPCI knows what's good for them, they'll have Sarah reprise this role. Now, Quaxly's down to 2 versus 1, and it was here my faith in Dot started to falter. That was until she took a moment to encourage Quaxly to remember that light and free feeling from the dance earlier. The duck managed to mold that into its fighting style and landed a barrage of strong strikes. The confidence boost, a sheer love for battle, it all overflows through Quaxly, and our little man finally evolves. People warned me about this thing. This is actually my first time ever seeing Quaxwell though, and he's got eyebrows. Blown away by her partner's performance, Dot takes the... He's a little funny looking, I'm sorry. Blown away by her partner's performance, Dot takes the opportunity to terrestrialize. We get just a sample of its new power, and I was really hoping for a major comeback against Larry. STARRRaptor dashed those hopes quickly though. Once Larry terrestrialized back, he shows us once more what a menace his team is. No holding back from him, so Quaxly gets knocked right off those lanky legs. With that, it is a loss for Dot. Dang, I guess you just can't win them all. Gotta say though, I'm happy Dot got an evolution, but major bum that she lost. Maybe I'm not the only one, so if you're disappointed too, allow me to quote the Bible. It's a battle, win or lose. It's the friends you make, it's the road you choose. Alright, so afterwards, Larry reads over what Dot did accomplish during the match. What they try to create as a suspenseful moment actually becomes a victory for Dot. Well, I've already said I don't love them winning in these circumstances, but it really did look like Dot gave it everything she had, so I can accept this. So, to celebrate the battle, they have some pretty sick looking golden rice balls. I'm gonna miss Quaxly. New Quacker just looks a little goofy, but also like we're supposed to take it seriously. It's giving me a bit of cognitive dissonance. Although, I think the battle choreography should improve with Quaxwell being easier to animate. So, for that reason alone, bottoms up to this exquisite meal that just may bankrupt Larry. Wow, gotta say, I really thought Dot was going to win in order to make up for her struggle against Poppy. That's not really my, quote, issue with the battle though. Now, it was a real good length, but again, they ended it so quickly after terrestrializing. Like all of them. I'm just not sure why they're being so conservative with this. Really though, that's my only gripe on an otherwise awesome fight. Plus, I'll say it's neat they're not even using a gym win as a benchmark for growth. Clearly, that's the evolution. In my ideal day, all of the kids will have fully evolved starters eventually. As for this Let Me Battle variant, it features some new Roy artwork. The big problem I have with this piece is now being I wish Roy was drawn like this all the time. So for whatever thing this episode does, I give it a strong B.